Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Matt, and you've reached King Trident's Tribe. Hello, Tribe. How's that good vibes soul tribe on this beautiful Friday morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world? um, as always, I will timestamp this video for the impatient people because I do have a few announcements that I will ramble on in the beginning. So if you are not interested in hearing the announcements, check the timestamp in the description of this video and you feel free to go ahead and jump forward to the message. But for those that are sticking around, I just wanted to show my gratitude for each and every one of you that has subscribed to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I'm only a few subs away from 4,000 subs, which is crazy to me because I never thought I'd get past 20 subs, but I'm almost to 4K. And in the description of this video, I have information on energy donations. If you choose to take part in that, my coaching sessions that I offer, and then all these social media accounts that are associated with King Trident's Tribe. As I mentioned, I'm closing in on 4,000 subs. And once I get to 4,000 subs, I'm going to raffle off 4 free 30-minute coaching sessions on a live event, just as an appreciation to each one of you. Because I am extremely grateful and I am humbled beyond all words. There's no words that can be able to describe that. So thank you ahead of time. I know that I'm gonna get there. It's just a matter of time of when I will get there. I do have a great message for you guys today. If your DM runs, should you chase them? And so I'm going to go into a lot of different aspects on that because I've been getting questions lately asking about different questions that pertain to the same thing, runner and chaser type scenario. So I decided to go ahead and do another video okay, can't even talk straight. As far in depth as I can get it. So I'm going to talk about what causes the DM to run. I'm going to talk about what you know. I'm going to talk about the outcome if you chase them or if you don't chase them, and then yeah, we'll have a few laughs during this too because this is supposed to be not just a serious pants type video, but something to laugh about, man, because sometimes it is kind of funny. But before we do that, one thing I want you guys to keep in mind, especially as of late, is I encourage each one of you to always do everything from love, L-O-V-E, and every single time you do something, be the change you want to see in the world through love. One love with peace, love, and happiness. That's what's needed right now in the world, as always, but more of as now with the different things going on in this world. So always keep that in mind. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into the message. 350. See, it wasn't that long. When my DM runs, should I chase? What do you think? Should you chase? I would just say this. This is just my kind of humor, but dogs only chase sticks and stuff. I don't know, that just came to my mind. Anyway, the runner and chaser dynamic happens to most twins that meet in the physical, which usually starts separation. So the runner and chaser, some people call it a phase. I don't call it a phase because not everybody experiences that. So a phase is like, you know, almost reminds me of an assembly line. Like, this is where you start, this is the next step, this is the next step, this is the next step. But it's not really like that because your journey is unique to you. And so my journey is unique to me. The way things went for me doesn't mean that's what's going to happen to you necessarily. It could, but it doesn't mean it has to be. So the runner and chaser usually starts off separation. And I also call this phase the cocoon phase, because whenever you start the runner and chaser, that's whenever you use the caterpillar analogy, you know, the two caterpillars meet up, you know, hey, I'm your twin, blah blah blah, you know. Then one of them starts running away, the other one chases, and then they end up in the cocoon. And then the cocoon phase is where you're supposed to be doing your deliberate development, self-improvement, personal healing, and aligning your holy trinity, your mind, body, and soul. And once you get to that 80 to 90 percentile, then you come out as a beautiful butterfly, and divine timing can take place and union happens. So, if you notice, I said most twins. That's because this journey is unique to you. Does separation usually happen? Yes. But it doesn't always have to happen. But this is really rare. I have seen twins that didn't go into separation, and I have seen twins that they completed their inner work while maintaining communication and somewhat having some interaction with each other. But it's extremely rare. I've only seen like one or two that actually happened. That's not to say that there's only one or two, but I've only seen one or two. For this video scenario, it's gonna be your DM runs. We're gonna use that scenario. So let's first understand why the DM usually runs. Then we'll discuss how you should respond to his actions. The DM is usually besties with their ego. You know, DM and their ego, man, they're like this. They're tight. Which means even though they know that they need to address healing, that they've compartmentalized and locked up tighter than Fort Knox, they ignore this feeling and choose not to address the healing that is required. Other than listening to their ego, the healing that is locked away is usually very painful and brings up insecurities and might make them feel like it minimizes them as a person. So I sometimes have a tendency to say him or her, but I don't mean that. That's just the way I explain it. So, but especially if your DM is a man, you know, they have this, you know, got to be tough and macho, and so, you know, bringing up those things that they compartmentalize away might make them feel less as a man. So they don't want to bring this pain back up. However, when they are with you, the power of the energy of the connection blasts open their secured vaults and makes them address all of the painful experiences that they don't wish to address. It literally slaps them in their face. Literally slaps them in their face. This creates an intense and painful situation. And instead of addressing it, once again, they rationalize, because DMs are great at doing that. Rationalizing and using critical thinking, you know, they like to rationalize. And they rationalize and they associate you with this intense pain. What they think is this. So this is what they think. I'm fine whenever I'm not around her, but I get this undesirable pain when she is around. And then they rationalize you with the pain. Some may try to describe it to you. Most of the time, if they do this, they're gonna describe it to you through some sort of virtual means like text, phone call, some sort of app. Basically, it's gonna be anything other than in person. Not saying that they won't do that in person. I'm just saying most of the time that's where they're gonna describe it, at a distance. But most might choose to be Mr. Tough Guy. Mr. Tough Guy. And run like a wounded dog with his tail between his legs. Yep. Do you know what reaction that you'll most likely get if you try to touch a wounded dog? And there's a great point to this. So what kind of reaction do you think you would get if you try to touch or help a wounded dog? Well, let me help you out with that. The wounded dog is most likely going to snap and bite you. Now this is important. This is the same reaction that you'll get when a DM runs. Basically, if you chase them, they'll associate you with their pain because their DMs, they're rationalizing. And I know that a DF wants to nurture and help. And most DS are in their mind, they're wondering, why are you running? Let me help you. And that's, because a DM always wants to help you. They have that motherly, nurturing love. And and DS are also sitting there thinking, this is an awesome connection. So with this example of the wounded dog in mind, you can see that you should give them some space and send them unconditional love. And that's not the complete answer, but just to give you a little taste, that's what you should do. You should give them space, send them unconditional love. So when your DM runs, you should not chase. You should not chase. They are unconsciously attached to their ego in a reactive state. Now, reactions are usually not good. If you put your hand out to a wounded dog, he's going to bite you. That's their reaction. That's not a response. That's a reaction. There's a difference between a reaction and a response. You need to be consciously aware, maintain your composure, and give the proper response for their dog behaviors. I was going to say kenneling, but then again, you would be trying to touch a wounded dog, so kenneling's out the door. So maintain your distance. Keep the lines of communication open if possible. Now, it's not all the time possible to keep the lines of communication open. Sometimes they completely block you on everything. So in that case, you can't keep the lines of communication open. But if you have a choice, just send them unconditional love and just say, hey, whenever you're ready to talk, then you know how to get a hold of me, and go your own way. And remove your focus from your DM. Focus all of your energy upon yourself. You see, when you chase, not only does it push the DM further in its shell, but it identifies a few things that you need to work on, starting with self-respect, self-love. Because if you're chasing, you're not showing any self-respect or self-love. So, have you ever seen a queen chasing a joker? I haven't. A queen would never chase a joker, even if it was to whoop his ass. That's right. She wouldn't even chase him to whoop his ass. She would send her knights to perform her light work. Chasing also identifies insecurities within yourself. Some insecurities are you're not good enough, fear of abandonment, and also it's the opposite of an abundant mindset. It's just low vibe. If you're the chaser or in the middle of chasing, it's time to stop. That's right, stop. Stop chasing. And as Michael Jackson said, check the man in the mirror. Basically look at yourself in the mirror, because what you see in them is what they're showing you are. You guys are a reflection of each other. And as you can see, whether you chase or not, you're back to square one. Focusing upon yourself. I needed to show you what I'm telling you will be the solution no matter if you chase or not. So basically, if you chase, you're still going to end up focusing on yourself. And if you choose to focus on yourself and not chase, well, you identified early of what you needed to do. You know, you're gonna get to the end goal no matter if you chase or not. So it's better to go ahead and get to the end goal in the beginning than to take a detour loop and get to your final destination, right? It's just a matter of time before you will be required to focus on yourself. Just as the DM ignores his healing, it's just a matter of time before he can either address it when the energy of the connection shows him what inner work he needs to complete, or he can become a wounded dog and then address those issues as he's licking his wounds. All while having weird behaviors of blocking the DF on certain apps and leaving you unblocked on others, all while sending one-word text or not responding to her replies. So DS, in order to be divine, it takes you completing your inner work when your DM runs. I mean, you should be doing your inner work before he runs, but whenever he runs, it's time to focus on yourself. Just focus on what is within your span of control. Your deliberate development, your self-improvement, your personal healing, and aligning your holy trinity, your mind, body, and soul. Maintain your abundance. So let me tell you, not only will you be required to do this anyways, but let's say the worst case scenario here, your DM doesn't complete his inner work, but you do. Your abundance is going to be off the charts because you're a queen. You stepped into your power. You completed your deliberate development, your self-improvement, personal healing, and you align your holy trinity. And your abundance is going to be off the charts. So what's going to happen? Worst case scenario, you know, union is not in your chart, and worst case scenario, you step into your queen power, and now you are fully abundant, and you're going to attract lots of high quality soulmates to pick from that you'll build amazing connections with, to include friendships, because soulmates can be either platonic or romantic. It don't have to be just romantic. So the thing is you're going to have a plethora of awesome soulmates in your life because you're a queen full of abundance, and all of these awesome people are going to be in your life. That's worst case scenario, and it doesn't sound very bad to me because, you know, either way, you're a queen. Either way, you're going to get what you want either way. So, most importantly, DS, you'll become the queen that I know that is within each one of you. And that's what's most important. So with that, you guys, the 3 most important things in life is peace, love, and happiness. I'll see you guys later.